what if, modern brain scanners just proved that you, the solid eye inside your head, was never there in the first place? Stick around. 3 ancient Buddhist ideas are colliding with cutting-edge science, and honestly, the results are just mind-bending. 25 centuries ago, the Buddha named 3 marks of existence: impermanence, suffering, and non-self. For centuries, they sat in dusty sutras. Today they're turning up in fMRI labs, pain clinics, even psychedelic trials. How? Let's pull back the curtain, 1 mark at a time. A seasoned monk lies inside a 7 Tesla MRI. As he watches each breath rise and fall, the scan shows his self-network flicker, dissolve, restart, like waves deleting and redrawing a sandcastle. Another study trains volunteers to link the word death with self. Long-term meditators' brains don't panic, they show calm acceptance and later, higher well-being scores. Lesson 1. When you see change clearly, fear loosens its grip. So, in these mindfulness labs, they crank a safe heat pulse onto participants' arms. Now in ordinary brains you see 2 spots light up. First, ouch, and then, why me? But here's the interesting part. Trained meditators still feel the burn, sure, but that why me circuit? It just stays quiet. Clinicians actually call this decentering. Basically, watching your thoughts flow by like clouds. And the result? Well, there's up to 40% less reported agony, and honestly some pretty big drops in anxiety and depression. So, suffering isn't actually the pain itself, it's the story we glue to the pain. High-dose LSD, Zen retreats, even advanced VR experiments all point the same way. The sense of me is just a brain-generated model. When that model quiets, the default mode network powers down, people report boundary-melting awe, empathy, and amazingly, lasting reductions in death fear. Neuroscientists now describe the self as a verb, not a noun. The Buddha called it anatta, not self. These 3 marks aren't exotic beliefs. Your brain is already cycling through change, revving up stories of me mind must stay, and suffering when reality won't cooperate. The good news? You can hack the loop. Tonight, set a 60-second timer. Watch a single breath rise, peak, fade. Notice how even that micro moment is born and gone. In that gap, you're tasting impermanence, easing suffering, and loosening the grip of self. Exactly what both Buddha and brain science say sets us free. Subscribe for next week's dive into how curiosity rewires the cortex, because the story of you is still being written.